Hello, my name's Derek Spears. I'm the Product and Application Specialist for ContiBoard, who are the manufacturers of ContiBoard. In this film, I'm going to show you the most common methods for fixing ContiBoard. We have a chipboard screw, an angle bracket, a wooden dowel or a Conti block, sometimes referred to as a furniture block. The minimum tools you need to mark and drill your ContiBoard are a square, a tape measure, a pencil, drills of various sizes, a screwdriver and a drill. So if you're using an angle bracket to join two pieces together to form a 90-degree angle, if you mark where you want to put your angle bracket first, so one there and one there, and then take in the angle bracket, position it so you know where you're going to drill your hole. So using a drill, drill a pilot hole. That's my side panel now, marked and drilled to take my angle bracket. I'm now going to mark the top panel, and the beauty of an angle bracket is I can put it anywhere on this panel. I want my side panel to finish 60mm from the edge of my top. So I mark 60mm here. Now the panels are 18mm thick, so you add 18mm to the 60mm, and you put a second line in. And I'm going to fit my angle brackets just here. Drill in my pilot hole. So now I'm going to fix my angle bracket to the top panel. Like so. And repeat for the other one. I fixed my brackets to the top panel. I'm now going to fix my side panel to the brackets. And again, using your pre-drilled holes, screw it in nice and tight. And there you have a 90-degree angle. As you can see, we required a 60mm gap from here to here, and there's my 60mm mark. Another method of joining ContiBoard together is using a Conti block, or sometimes referred to as furniture block. I want my upright to finish 60mm from this edge, so that's 60mm plus the 18 for the thickness of the panel, and you mark that on the board, and again here. And that is where I'm going to put my Conti blocks. Put the first one like that. I'm going to put my first one here and mark it. Put my second one here. And taking my drill. So I've marked my top panel for the 2 screws, so I'm going to use the 1 screw hole for the side panel. Then you put it on like that. And again, pre-drill. Because this is a small gap here, I'm going to fix my Conti block to my side panel first using 25mm screws. So that's my Conti blocks fitted to my side panel. I'm now going to put them into the pre-drilled holes on my top panel. Sometimes, if it's a tight space, it's advisable to use a longer screwdriver. It just makes your life easier when putting the screw in. So I have my two sides connected to my top. I can turn that over now and have a nice table. The last two fixing methods that are normally recommended are chipboard screws or wooden dowels and chipboard screws combined. If you're going to use a wooden dowel to connect your panels together, you would normally use a dowel jig. If you haven't got one, this is the method that I would normally use. So using my square, I put a line on my panel, and corresponding on my top panel, I also put a line at 50mm. Conti panels are 18mm thick, so that means that the centre line is 9mm. So I put a mark there, like that. So I'm now going to mark where I need the centre of my dowel in my top panel. At 60mm plus half the thickness of the panel. So drilling a pilot hole, I then exchange that for the 8mm drill that I'm going to need for my 8mm dowel. I don't want my drill to go in too far, so I'm going to mark my drill using some tape. And then you repeat for the side panel. Again, putting the pilot hole in first. Putting a pilot hole in. And you can go slightly deeper into your end panel. So I'm going to move my set. My wooden dowel in. I'm now going to put my top on using the pre-drilled hole. So that's the back fixed using a wooden dowel. I'm now going to fix the front using a screw, or you could use one of the other methods such as an angle bracket or Conti block. The last method is using a screw. So I mark my panel. This is the same side as my wooden dowel, and on the other side I'm just using screws. So pre-drill. When using a screw, you would normally drill all the way through the top panel. And repeat for this side. And marking my ends, I would then put a pilot hole in here, again at 9mm, for the centre of the panel. We sometimes get asked why it's necessary to put a pilot hole in the end of the Conti boards. The reason being, it helps prevent splitting when putting the screw in. Placing my panel on the top, the last thing I'm going to do is put a small countersink in here. This helps the screw pull in and makes it flush when the unit's finished. As you can see, the screw is following the pre-drilled hole in the side and it's pulled in nice and flat. Repeat for the other side. That's my panels held together using the 4 most common methods: angle brackets, Conti blocks, wooden dowels or screws. To cover up the screw heads, cover caps can be purchased from your local DIY store.